Friday leaving work. No complaints there. Hope everyone's had a good week. Just spent the day writing code. My brain's a little cooked. But anyway, for the CAN bus project, I think I probably will wind up making another row of the board and just fixing the current existing issues. There's only one kind of upgrade I would really make if I were going to do upgrades right now, and I don't want to add cost to the board. One thing I kind of do want to point out to anybody, looking into buying one of these, probably hear my shirt collar whacking on the helmet, sorry. But anybody who's looking into buying one, really want everybody to understand that it's kind of it's an open source project. I sell these boards just so people can have them at basically what it cost me. I have to buy the connectors and spend time soldering them and things like that. So it's just slightly above what it actually cost me to make them, and I'm trying to keep them as low as possible because if you have a $2,000 slicker, you're not going to want to pay a lot of money for a board there. But I just don't want everybody to get the idea that this is a product and I'm a company and there's a support thing and all of that on this. I'm selling these things just as cheap as I can, and just to make them available to people who want to play with them. So just keep that in mind. If you get one and the software doesn't do exactly what you want, the software is open source. It's made available for you to change it. Even the board, the designs are all out there, and I recognize that not everybody who is gonna be able to read a schematic or be able to understand code and all of that. But you should understand, if you get one, you go into this, that it's for that kind of audience. That's not to say that you shouldn't try. I love encouraging people to try new stuff and all, but just don't buy it considering it's a plug and play kind of thing that is perfect for everyone. I'm not a company. I'm not trying to the code is out there for everybody to review. People can work together. That's just all. Just to get past that. That being said, one of the neat updates that I may try to make later, I might try to make a little board, if it'll work, that will plug into the little aux.io header there, the little header of unused pins, that has a real-time clock on it. One of the things that the board would kind of benefit from is a battery-backed clock that that can keep track of the date and time for the logs, which it does not have now. So that's interesting. I'm not sure. Something to think about. So that may be an update that I do at some point, and then maybe kind of like an add-on. The problem with that is the early boards won't have had the header needed in order to do that, but that's just something that's pretty easily acquired and soldered on. So, the code right now, I'd consider that sort of secondary to making sure I get the boards and all right. And the reason is because I do find it neat in unlocking stuff and things like that. The board I'm more interested in because that's what, a lot of people won't be able to have that. It won't be able to manipulate it. Won't be able to make their own versions, that kind of thing. And to be fair, for anybody who doesn't actually want to buy the thing from me, the design files are out there to make your own, or, there's enough of the chip componentry and all in the schematic there that, somebody could probably buy like an Arduino Shield and make their own from that, which would be, that's cool too. I'd love to see what anybody does, actually. But hey, we've got a lot of stuff unlocked on the bus lately, which is kind of neat. One of the things I'd really like to see if somebody comes up with it looking through the data on their own, the logs are available on the GitHub too if anybody wants to look through there on their own. But one of the things that would be really neat to see, and I haven't found it yet, is the brakes. Is there a loggable signal of the brakes there, which I haven't found yet. I assume that there actually is a signal going to the controller, though I haven't looked at the schematic in a while. That would make some sense, because if there's regen kicking in, you might want to do it when the brakes are there, or is it just when you roll off throttle? So anyway, that's a thing. The other thing I'd like to see is, the regen, and compare that to current, and a few other things. But, quite quality, useful data there so far, so I'm looking forward to playing with it more. I will check out here, and hope you guys have a good one.